Greetings. Pay no attention to the pooch next door. Bow wow, yippee yo, ya yay. It's black light. I hope you can hear me. That's Barry Gordy's crib in the back. I'm making a series of when Detroit was #1. When Detroit was the head of all the other cities in the states in black awareness. We had more black millionaires between the 60s and the 70s and the 80s than just about anybody. But when you're dealing with the Caucasians, you be quick to sell out. Let's check it out.
We are here at 918 West Boston Boulevard, Detroit, Michigan, and this is the former home of Berry Gordy. The auction, many items that the current owner purchased from Berry Gordy when she bought the home from him. Back in the day, there was many parties here, many stars that visited the mansion. Berry Gordy personally lived here for several years. Diana Ross once lived here, and there's artifacts that have been left or purchased by the new homeowner that will be up for auction. Some of those items include Berry Gordy's personal globe that he's been photographed with before, that also has a Motown Records label on it. We keep finding things every day. It's like a time capsule in this home. So there's things like hand-drawn album cover renderings that were done. We have a goblet from Jermaine Jackson and Hazel Gordy's wedding, things that haven't really seen the light of day since the 60s or 70s that are now going to be brought to a worldwide market. One of the main items in the home is his personal Berry Gordy Steinway piano that will be on preview during the estate sale, and then it will go up for auction that Friday, the 13th. That's the main draw of the house since many people were photographed playing it throughout the 60s and 70s. All the descriptions and auction lots and photos of the estate sale will be on aaronsestatesales.com.
To Tell the Truth is proud to present the Supremes.
Baby love, I need you, I need you. But all you do is treat me bad, break my heart and leave me sad. Tell me what did I do wrong to make you stay away from baby love, my baby love.
These are the Supremes. They're singing Baby Love, a prime example of the biggest thing in rock and roll, the Motown sound. The Motown sound was created by one of these three men. What is your name, please?
My name is Berry Gordy Jr. My name is Berry Gordy Jr.
My name is Berry Gordy Jr.
Only one of these gentlemen is the real Berry Gordy Jr. The other two are imposters and will try to fool this panel. Tom Poston, Peggy Cass, Orson Bean, and Kitty Carlisle. On To Tell the Truth with your host, Bob Collier. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Marshall Chess with the story of the King of Moats, Berry Gordy Jr. You know, my family's label, Chess Records, was right across the lake in Chicago. But we've got something in common. We both share a golden spot in the history of pop music. Now for Jackie Wilson. I call Berry the king of Motown. He was the first black man to build up a multi-million-dollar entertainment empire. He wielded such power in the music business in the 60s and 70s, he might as well have worn a crown.
It's 1967, and the mastermind behind the most successful black-owned business in history has achieved his dream. With a unique vision, he had created a music that appealed equally to black and white. He had created the sound of young America. With a musical empire based in the industrial city of Detroit, he employed a group of artists envied across the world.
My world is empty without you, babe.
The Supremes, the Four Tops, the Temptations, the Miracles, Martha and the Vandellas, Mary Wells, Marvin Gaye.
Strange.
Loved and feared, he was a born leader, a man on a mission.
It was king around here. Emperor King and his majesty.
He knows how to use people to get to get the job done.
This is the story of how one man in the early 1960s had a vision for soul music.
Chicago and Detroit were like gangsters. It was like we didn't want to have nothing to do with Motown, and they didn't want to have nothing to do with us.
Greetings. Yo, the black light. Salute. Now, all these cats from Michigan, from Detroit, Berry Gordy, Don Barton, these guys were in media, mass media, communications. Berry Gordy was in movies, music. Don Barton was in cable vision. Made a lot of money. Berry Gordy moved from Detroit, went to LA. Made his mark. Sold his empire. But some very legitimate brothers gave me the 411 on these guys, you know. When you mingle with the mafia, you go where the mafia tell you to go. Otherwise, Berry Gordy would have been, he would have overtook all of them. But he let his closest constituents down. A brother told me, one of my mentors that wrote this song called Money, That's What I Like, Barry Strong. I used to ask him questions about the music business. And the mafia run the music business. There's some more brothers I'm going to feature on here. I'm going to try to get Don Davis, United Sounds. I signed a contract, a writer, composer's contract, artist contract with Don Davis and United Sounds. Don Davis no longer with us. R.I.P. Passed away 4 or 5 years ago, maybe longer. But Detroit was launching a whole lot of black business entrepreneurs, millionaires. In some cases they still doing it, but it ain't like it was. That's because Master Farad Muhammad visited Detroit. He told black men do for self. Even though a lot of brothers didn't go to the temple, they heard what he was saying. They heard what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was saying. And you know, you got brothers making millions, and then we had a mayor, first black mayor. We got a lot of things that we could boast and brag about, but we blew it. We blew it when we had a chance to stay on top. We blew it, just like we blowing it now. Not just Detroit, but the entire black nation is blowing it. It's a black light. Stay tuned.